The Zephyrian Museum of Galactic Antiquities was renowned across 17 star systems for housing artifacts that predated most known civilizations. Its crystalline walls stretched impossibly high, displaying relics behind energy barriers that hummed with protective frequencies. Ambassador Emma Chen walked alongside her Zephyrian guide Veltar, whose tentacles swayed in what she had learned was excitement. And here, Veltar's translator rendered his harmonic speech into standard galactic, we have our most prized possession. The creature's four eyes focused on a central display case, where a simple steel sword lay suspended in a stasis field. This blade is older than our galaxy's current spiral formation. Our scientists estimate it to be 13.7 billion years old. Emma stopped walking. Her companion, Captain Jackson Rodriguez, nearly collided with her as she stared at the weapon. The metal was unmistakably human in design, a straightforward longsword with a leather-wrapped hilt and a crossguard bearing a small emblem. That's from my graduation, Jackson said quietly. Veltar's tentacles froze mid-sway. I beg your pardon, Captain Rodriguez? Jackson stepped closer to the display, his weathered face reflecting in the energy barrier. West Point Military Academy, class of 2387. We each got ceremonial swords. He pointed to the emblem on the crossguard.
See that eagle?
That's the Academy crest. Emma felt her diplomatic training kick in as she noticed several other museum patrons, a group of insectoid, klaxons, and what appeared to be a family of gaseous ethereals beginning to gather. Jackson, she murmured, perhaps we should discuss this privately with Curator Veltar. But Jackson was already reaching into his jacket. I've got mine right here. He withdrew an identical sword, causing several security drones to immediately converge on their position. Ceremonial only, of course. Haven't drawn it in decades. Veltar's skin shifted from its normal blue-green to alarmed purple-red. Security, please remain calm. Captain Rodriguez, how is this possible? Our dating methods are precise. This artifact predates the formation of most known star systems. Your dating methods work great on rocks and metals, Emma interjected smoothly, her diplomatic instincts taking over. But they assume the material formed naturally. This sword was forged from recycled stellar matter, iron from the cores of dead stars to be specific. A crowd was definitely forming now. Emma could see klaxon mandibles clicking in agitation, and the ethereals pulsing with curiosity colors. She needed to control the situation before it became a galactic incident. Jackson, oblivious to the growing audience, was warming to his subject. Earth's been mining asteroid belts and dead systems for centuries. We learned early that the best steel comes from stellar cores, iron that's been compressed and heated in ways no planetary forge could match. This blade's got material in it that's older than most galaxies, sure, but it was only shaped into a sword about 40 years ago. Veltar's translator was struggling with the rapid-fire human speech. But the quantum signatures, the temporal resonance, everything indicates this weapon has existed in its current form for billions of years. That's the stellar core iron, Emma explained. The quantum signature reflects the age of the base material, not when it was crafted into a tool. It's like, imagine if you made a sculpture from billion-year-old stone. The stone's age doesn't make the sculpture ancient. More security drones arrived, but they seemed confused about what exactly they were securing against. Jackson was now comparing his sword directly to the one in the case, pointing out identical features through the energy barrier. Same grip wrap, synthetic leather, standard issue. Same balance point. Hell, I bet if you check the tang, you'll find the manufacturer's mark. Terraforge Luna Colony 7. A new voice joined the conversation, deep and resonant. Would someone explain why half my museum's security system is active? Curator HFY, Veltar's superior, approached with the measured gait of someone accustomed to command. The massive crystalline being towered over the group, its faceted form refracting the museum's ambient light. Veltar's color cycling had accelerated to a nearly strobe-like pattern. Curator, these humans claim our prize artifact is contemporary, Emma supplied helpfully. A graduation gift from a military academy. HFY's form shifted, internal lights dimming as it processed this information. Impossible. We purchased this artifact from the estate of the legendary Vorthon explorer Ketmore. He claimed to have discovered it in the ruins of a civilization that existed before the galaxy's current structure. Jackson laughed. a sound that the translator rendered as something between a bark and a song, causing several nearby ethereals to pulse in apparent delight. Ketmore? That old fraud? Emma? Didn't he try to sell us ancient Earth artifacts last year that turned out to be souvenir spoons from the Mars gift shop? Emma nodded, suppressing a smile. The same. He's been banned from 17 systems for artifact fraud. The museum had gone completely quiet. Even the ambient environmental systems seemed to have paused in anticipation. Zexhi's internal lighting was now cycling through what Emma recognized as the crystalline equivalent of deep thought. You're telling me, Zexhi said slowly, that our centerpiece exhibit, the artifact that has drawn visitors from across the galaxy, is a graduation present? Well, Jackson said, sliding his own sword back into its sheath. A pretty nice one. These cost about 2,000 credits new. The stellar core iron's real, that's why they're so expensive. But ancient? He shrugged. I probably lost mine in a poker game on Titan Station around the same time Ketmore would have been exploring that sector. Emma watched as the implications dawned on the assembled crowd. The klaxons were clicking in what she now realized was laughter. The ethereals were pulsing in rapid, amused patterns. Even the security drones seemed to be hovering with less urgency. Veltar had finally settled on a steady orange hue. Embarrassment, Emma recalled from her cultural briefings. So humans simply forge tools from matter older than galaxies as graduation gifts? Well, Emma said, we humans have a saying, why make new when old works better? We've been recycling stellar matter since we figured out how to mine it efficiently. Most of our tools use materials billions of years old. She gestured toward Jackson's sidearm. That plasma caster probably has exotic matter from the early universe. His uniform buttons might be made from metals forged in the first generation of stars. We don't think of it as particularly remarkable. It's just good engineering. Zexhi's form brightened with what Emma hoped was amusement rather than annoyance. So Earth's approach to manufacturing is to casually utilize the fundamental building blocks of existence? More or less, Jackson confirmed cheerfully. Though we usually save the really old stuff for special occasions. Graduation swords, wedding rings, that sort of thing. Daily use items we make from newer materials. Stuff that's only a few 100 million years old. The crowd was dispersing now, many visitors heading to other exhibits with what seemed like renewed interest. Emma suspected that human technological philosophy had just become significantly more intriguing to the galactic community. I suppose, Zexhi said with resignation, we'll need to update our exhibit placard. Oh, I wouldn't do that, Emma said quickly. The sword really is made from matter older than the galaxy. That's technically accurate. Maybe just add a note about human manufacturing techniques? Jackson nodded enthusiastically. Besides, it's still a pretty good sword. West Point doesn't mess around with quality. As they walked away from the display, Emma heard Veltar explaining to a new group of visitors. This blade demonstrates the remarkable human practice of transforming primordial matter into ceremonial weapons through their advanced metallurgical processes. Much better, she murmured to Jackson. Think they'll want to buy more graduation swords? He asked hopefully. Emma grinned. Let's discuss that at the trade negotiations tomorrow.